Good morning, dear
Good
students.
morning, sir.
How are you all?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also fine. So, students, welcome to this economic class. So, what is the date today?
27, sir.
Very good. Date 27th. Okay. Let me write the subject also. Economics. Okay. And what is the topic that we have been discussing so far?
Sectors of Indian economy,
Yes, very
sir.
good. Yeah, you need to remember all the time. Sectors of
Indian economy.
economy. Okay. And what are the subtopics?
Primary sector,
Very good.
secondary sector, tertiary sector.
Very good. Fantastic answer. Primary,
Secondary, tertiary.
tertiary sectors. Okay. Okay. So, dear students, before we move on to some other subtopics under the same topic, sectors of Indian economy, let me ask you something, okay, related to what we have discussed or what we have already seen in the previous class, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hope you all have revised and come.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. So, in the previous class, we discussed about how to create more employment, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then afterwards, we saw about the government scheme, especially in the rural areas, to create more and more employment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So the scheme is called Manrega Act 2000. Okay, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So based on that, I will ask you some questions. Okay, just
Yes,
to
sir.
know whether you are getting or not, whether you are understanding the lecture or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so dear students, how to create more employment?
I would like to give examples, sir, like Lakshmi's example.
Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, carry on.
So she had 2 hectares of land,
Very good.
but then he did not have a irrigation facility.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Carry
So
on, carry on.
if government provides loan, then
Okay.
she will have okay, she can construct a dam or pond so that she can have more uh, water for irrigating
Yes,
the
fantastic,
plants.
fantastic. Yes.
So that way we can increase.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let me put this one in a very systematic way. Okay.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
your answer. Very well answered. I appreciate that. So let's miss case, isn't it? As
Yes,
you already
sir.
told. She had 2 hectares of unirrigated land, isn't it?
Yes,
She
sir.
had 2 hectares of unirrigated land, the land which fully dependent on rain, okay,
Yes,
for
sir.
its irrigation, isn't it? And because of that, there were 5 members, okay, working, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
In the field, 5 members or 5 workers were working, but these 5 people were not fully employed. They were not fully using their potential in the world, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why, of course, they seem to be working, but they were not fully employed or they were not fully working. They are not fully working to their full potential, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, suppose, as you have said, I think to your answer, the government provides, isn't it, loan
Yes, sir.
at very reasonable rate, reasonable price. So what will the Lakshmi will do? She can take loan from the government, isn't it? Afterwards,
Yes, sir.
what she will do? She will, construct the well also, borewell and things like that, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
afterwards, more people will be employed those 5 people were working, isn't it?
Yes,
but
sir.
they were not fully employed. So, if this water facility is provided, irrigation facility is there all throughout the year, so these 5 members also will work to their full potential. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? And afterwards, what happened? The production will be also so high, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And there will be people, okay, people will be required, workers will be required to work in the field, isn't it? Some
Yes,
will
sir.
be involved in the construction of borewell, well, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
some will be employed for channelizing the water, supplying the water, and even more people will be required to work in the field, isn't it?
Yes,
One
sir.
after the another crop will be coming up, and there will be a lot of production. So that way, more and more people will be employed. More and more people will get the job,
Job.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And suppose the government itself provides or constructs the dam. So that way, what will happen is even the small farmers like Lakshmi also, they will also get the advantage, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they also get the advantage, and their production also will go so high, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that way, we can see that the how more and more employment can be created, isn't it?
Yes,
And
sir.
if there is lot of production, that will lead to what? Production, high production or excess production will lead to what?
To sir, I forgot, sir.
Okay, very good. So if you have more production, excess of production, that will lead to transportation, isn't it? You
Yes,
cannot store
sir.
everything, isn't it? You cannot store everything. You need to supply something, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
required thing you can keep with you, but the extra thing that need to be supplied where? To the factories, and for that again people will be employed, isn't it? For
Yes,
transportation.
sir.
Then that will lead to again storage also. Some you will store. For that what you need? You need guard also,
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it? So this way, if you see that how more and more employment can be created. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And even in the semi-rural areas, what do you understand semi-rural area?
Half urban, half
Yes,
rural,
half
sir.
urban and
Half rural.
half rural. Okay. So in what happened there in the semi-rural area? If the production is high, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If the facility is provided for storing the things like cold storage and all, so the production which is taking place in the rural areas can be stored here, isn't it? For
Yes,
that again,
sir.
more employment will be there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you provide there is lot of production of potato, tomatoes, isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
that can be stored. For that again, people will be required, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
afterwards, what will happen? Like a agricultural product processing unit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you have lot of tomatoes, and if you process that one, what you will get?
Ketchup.
and all, isn't it?
Yes,
For that
sir.
again, people will be employed. Then again, what will happen? Like honey collection center and all, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that centers, if that kind of centers are, established, created, so people will get job. So this way, more and more people will be employed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then again, what we saw like in the rural area itself, if there is a possibility of, establishing like a school, healthcare center, tourism and all. So that way again, people will be employed. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So this is the way we can create more and more employment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, if the government provides the loan at the very reasonable price, reasonable rate, then again, what will happen? More and more employment will be coming up. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because the small farmers, isn't it? They, in the beginning, they were exploited by the money lenders, because when they were borrowing money or taking money for their for various purposes, like for buying seeds and all, fertilizers, pesticides and all, isn't it?
Yes,
For
sir.
that, when they were taking money from the money lenders, they were exploited. So if the government provides the loan at the very reasonable rate, so they can take money and they can buy their requirements, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then again they can save money and they can even run their own shops and all. So that way, this, I mean, they will again, open new shops and again people will be employed. So this is the way how we can create more and more
Employment.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, what do you understand by Manrega Act 2005?
Right to work, sir.
Yes, very good. It is right to work. Now, it is referred to right to
Work.
work. It is implemented by the state or central government. Okay,
Yes, sir.
especially in the rural areas. So, what is special about Manrega Act 2005?
Special about that is, sir, 100 days of work is guaranteed.
Yes, 100 days of work is guaranteed. And what is the full form of Manrega Act?
Mahatma Gandhi
Yes, Mahatma Gandhi
National
National
Rural
Employment
Act.
Guarantee
Act.
Act. Okay. So as you have said about the speciality of this scheme, government scheme, Manrega Act, 100 days of work, isn't it?
Yes.
100 days of work the government provides, especially in the rural areas. Why? To create more and more employment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And suppose government fails to provide 100 days of work, what the government will do?
Allowances.
Yes, the unemployment allowances the government will provide. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this scheme is for actually for whom?
For rural areas, sir.
Rural areas, especially
Those who need and
those
can
who are
work.
in need of work and those who are able to work. For them, it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So after having understood this one, how to create more employment and how to, create more employment and what is this Manrega Act and all. Now let us move on to some other topics. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today during this class we'll discuss about or deal with the divisions of sectors as organized and are unorganized. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us see with the help of slides. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
the slides will make us understand more and more about the organized sector and the unorganized sector.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now let us move on to the slides. Okay. See now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fantastic. Okay, this one. Okay. So today we'll discuss about divisions of sectors as organized and unorganized. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us understand this one. See, in the beginning we saw, okay, sectors based on primary sector, secondary sector and
Tertiary sector.
Okay. So this sector again can be classified in another way as well. Okay. So how it can be classified in another way? So here the same sector can be classified as organized and unorganized.
Organized.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
the economy is same. Okay. Economy is same, but different way of looking at it. Okay.
Yes,
So in
sir.
the beginning we saw sectors based on primary, secondary and tertiary. Now the same sector we are going to see as organized and unorganized.
Unorganized.
Okay. So now let us understand what is organized and unorganized sectors. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
the story of Kanta and the story of Kamal will make us understand what is organized sector and what is unorganized
Unorganized.
sector. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us see the next slide. Okay. Now can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
This is the story about
Kanta.
Okay. Anyone can read?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anyone? Please volunteer, please.
Kanta works in an office. She attends her office from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. She gets her salary regularly at the end of every month. In addition to the salary, she also gets provident fund as per the rules laid down by the government. She also gets medical and other allowances. Kanta does not go to office on Sundays. This is a paid holiday. When she joined work, she was given an appointment letter stating all the terms and conditions of work.
Okay, very good reading. I like that. Fantastic reading. Okay. So, dear students, there are some catching words. Okay.
Yes,
that I have
sir.
underlined. Kanta works in an office. Where she works?
Office,
No
sir.
office. Okay. What is the timing of her office work?
9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. to
5:30 p.m.
p.m. And what is about her salary? Salary regularly, isn't it?
Yes,
At
sir.
the end of
Every month.
isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
she gets salary, okay, at the end of every month, and that is regular every month.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then what happens afterwards? She also gets provident fund. In another word, we can just say in our language is PF. You know,
Yes, sir.
PF cut and all, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she gets the provident fund. Okay. When she is retired. Okay. Lump sum
Yes,
money
sir.
she gets. Okay. Then another thing, she also gets medical and other allowances. Okay. Suppose she goes through some health issues and all, some problems, difficulties. Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
she also gets what? Medical and other allowances. Okay.
Yes,
Another thing
sir.
is that Kanta does not go to office on Sundays. See, on Sunday she gets the holiday. Okay.
Yes,
Doesn't
sir.
go to work, and this is a paid holiday. So she is paid for that also. Even she
Yes.
doesn't go to work, but still she is paid. Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
another thing, catching word is here. She was given an appointment letter. Okay. When she was admitted, okay, in the particular office, she was given an appointment letter. Okay. That
Yes, sir.
in that there are many terms and conditions. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is about this way. Now you can understand. This is related to organized sector. Okay.
Yes,
It's
sir.
very systematic. Okay. So this tells about the story of Kanta, tells about the organized sector. Now let us see the another story. Now this is the story about Kamal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just I will read out for the whole class. Okay. Kamal is Kanta's neighbor. Okay. He is a daily wage laborer in a nearby grocery shop.
Yes,
He
sir.
goes to the shop at 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. So in the evening, okay, he gets no other allowances. Apart from his wages, he is not paid for the days he does not work. He has therefore no leave or paid holidays. Okay? Nor was he given any formal letter saying that he has been employed in the shop. And he can be asked to leave any time by his employer. So here again catching word. This Kamal, this particular fellow, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Where is he employed? In a grocery shop. Okay. And he's a daily wage laborer. Okay.
Yes,
and what
sir.
is his timing of work? 7:30 a.m. to
8 p.m.
8:30 p.m. See? Then he gets no other allowances. Suppose he undergoes any health issues and any difficulties, problems. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So for that he will not get any other allowances other than his wage. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then he is not paid for the days he does not work. Suppose he does not go to work because of any reason. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Maybe there is some difficulties, health issues, any kind of things. Okay? For that, suppose he does not go to grocery shop, for that he will not be paid. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then, okay, no leave or paid holidays. So on Sundays also, if he doesn't go, then for that he will not be paid. Okay? Then, he was not given any formal letter saying that this particular fellow is employed in the shop. No formal letter. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then he can be asked to leave any time. Okay, there is no permanency of his employment. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
he can be asked to leave at any time. So this tells us about what? What sector?
Unorganized
Unorganized
sector.
sector. Okay. It's not organized. Unorganized. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
here, who is the sufferer now?
Kamal.
Kamal is sufferer, isn't it? Because he can be asked to leave any time, and also he is asked to do some extra work and all, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Extra time he has to give. So now, did you get the idea?
Yes, sir.
The previous one, the story of Kanta tells about the organized sector, and the story of Kamal tells about the unorganized sector. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now let us understand, okay, very clearly. What is organized sector? I have given some bullet points, okay?
Yes, sir.
They are registered by the government and works under its supervision. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is about the organized sector. The organized sector is what? Registered. Okay? This catchy word, registered by the government and works under its supervision. So government takes care of that. It is under the supervision of government. It is in the record of the government. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then another bullet point is follow rules and regulations and laws such as the Factories Act, Minimum Wage Act. So there are some rules and regulations that the sector has to follow or undergo. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Like Factories Act, I mean the hour of work is fixed. Then minimum wage, the sector has to provide by all means. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then workers in the organized sector enjoy security of employment. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Their employment is secured. Once they get the appointment letter for so many years, for how many years, when it is fixed, the terms and conditions are mentioned. So they cannot go against that terms and conditions. Okay?
Yes,
So their
sir.
employment is secured. They cannot be asked to leave at any time. Okay, suppose they go through some health issues and all, some problem, if they don't go to office and all, for that, they will not be removed from the job. Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is about the organized sector. Okay. Then working hours are fixed. The case of Kanta we saw from 9:30 to 5:30, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So working hours are fixed. Suppose if they are asked to work extra time and all, so for that they will be paid, not free of cost. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then they get paid leave. Okay. Paid leave, paid for overtime, pensions and retirement. So these facilities they get. Okay. Paid
Yes, sir.
leave. On Sundays if they don't go, but still their salary will not be cut. Okay. Then
Yes,
paid
sir.
for overtime. If they are asked to work overtime, for that they will be paid. Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
pensions. After the retirement, okay. When they are retired, on that day they get the provident fund lump sum amount, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
afterwards, pensions. When they are at home, every month they get the pension. So these are the facilities they get. Who gets? The workers, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Workers they get in the organized sector. It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us see the next slide. This is about the unorganized sector. Okay. What
Yes, sir.
is the unorganized sector? So it is small and scattered units are there. So this unorganized sector is in very small. So sectors are very small, okay, and it's scattered. It's not in one place, here and there, okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Which are largely outside the control of the government. So government does not take control over this unorganized sectors, okay. Scattered units here and there, okay.
Yes, sir.
Not under the supervision of the government, okay. It's not registered by the government. It's not in the record of the government, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Then there are rules and regulations, but these are not followed. In the unorganized sector also, there are some rules, okay, regulations are there, but
Yes, sir.
they don't follow. Especially the owners, okay? They don't follow them. No one follows the rules and regulations, okay?
Yes, sir.
Then employment is not secured. As we saw in the case of Kamal. suppose he doesn't go to work, or something happens to him, if the owner is not happy with him, is not comfortable with him, what he will do?
Remove him.
Yeah, he'll remove him from the job. He'll be asked to leave his job, isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
that's why employment is not secure. Okay, then working hours are not fixed. Suppose if any festival comes, he'll be asked to do extra works and all, overtime and all, isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
working hours are not employed. And if he does the extra work also, overtime and all job, for that he will not be paid. Okay? Then no paid leaves. Suppose if he doesn't go to work because of XY reason, whatever may be, for that he will not be paid. Okay? No
Yes,
provision
sir.
for overtime. So clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Hope you have understood this, what is organized sector and what is unorganized sector.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
you have
sir.
any question to ask?
No, sir.
No question, no? Okay,
No,
very
sir.
good. So please keep it up, okay? So before I give you home assignment, leave you with home assignment, just let me ask something, okay, with related to what we discussed right now, okay? Students, pay attention. So what is organized sector? Yes, students, what is organized sector? How will you define that one? At least 1, 2, 3 words.
Organized sector is this. In that sector, job is secure, sir.
Very good, very good. That job is secure.
Secure.
Fantastic.
Organized timetable.
Yes, timetable is there. That
Fixed.
means, yeah, working hour is fixed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Anything?
Allowances is given.
Yes. Suppose if he doesn't go to work, or if he undergoes any health issues and all, for that he will be given some
Allowances.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I like that. And anything comes to your mind with regard to the organized sector? Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
So even the paid what is called? He'll be paid leaves, isn't it?
Yes,
Doesn't
sir.
go to work, but for that he will be paid. Okay, so this way I can understand that you have understood the topic. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is unorganized sector now? Just opposite of organized
Yes.
sector.
No
But how
secure. No job
2, 3 points at
security.
least. Yes.
No job
guarantee
security.
of the employment.
Yes.
Employment is not secured. Yes,
Oh.
very good.
Overwork is done.
Yes, overtime work is there, but
No wage.
he will not be paid for that. Anything comes to your mind?
If he is in leave, he will not get the wage.
Okay, very good. And it is not under the supervision of the
Government.
Okay? Very good, students. So keep it up, okay? Like that you must pay attention, then surely you'll get, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please keep it up. So I want to leave you all with this home assignment, okay? Can you read all?
Compare the employment conditions prevailing in the organized and unorganized sectors.
Yes, sir, compare the employment conditions, okay? The employment conditions. What are the conditions are there in the organized and the
Unorganized
So you have to
sectors.
compare.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, yes, students, like that you need to pay attention, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for being so patient and listening to me attentively, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, sir.